All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to get the party started. And it's not really a party, it's a show. And I've got my favorite people in the house. All right, so stand by. Okay, I've got none other than Adam Handler. And yeah, we're off to a little bit of a late start this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Case Handler Show. Cruising with the Case Handler. Adam, why are you freaking out? Nelson, why are you so calm? Welcome. It's another
Listen,
day, another dawn.
hump day technical issues. You know, we have thousands of people that are watching the show. They're counting on us. They woke up this morning, they set their alarms, and they're like, you know what? I need to know who, these attorneys are. I need to know who's going to be out there to help us if, God forbid, we're in an accident. Who's going to be there to help us if, God forbid, I have an immigration issue. And those people are us. That's Adam Handler, the Case Handler team at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Good morning, guys. Let's get rolling. What's up?
It is. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cruising with the Case Handler. My name is David Annakie, the businessman, the broadcaster, and quite a few other things. And I'm here with my friends Adam Handler and also Nelson from the law firm of Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Adam Handler, top-rated personal injury attorney, and I'm disclaiming it. The one who says, let me just, be in full compliance here. I'm disclaiming it, in my opinion, 15 years strong. Ladies and gentlemen, he has worked within the community, okay, of the Caribbean and beyond, and he has settled well over 100 million greenbacks. Okay, that stuff we call the U.S. green dollars, the greenbacks, the moolah, as we would say from where I come from, the gungo. All right,
I love it. Yes,
I'm telling you, and he has made a lot of people happy. Of course, there is no replacement for your suffering, your pain, your injury. However, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a little bit more financially to get you through life, I think that is a good thing. And Adam Handler, the man who is like a family man to each and every one that he has dealt with, very charming, very respectful, and very caring. He takes care of people when it comes to, of course, personal injury. That being automobile accident, ladies and gentlemen, slip and fall, construction accident, medical malpractice, nursing home incidents, and so forth. That's the man, the case handler, because you've got one chance, one choice. And Adam Handler, you are?
The Case Handler. Thanks so much, Squeeze. And that's what we've been trying to say for the past 15 years. We've been doing this show in all different formats. Initially, it was Cruising with the Case Handler. We were doing this show live from my car on my drive to work to my office in downtown Manhattan. Then we moved on to the Containing with the Case Handler, to the Quarantining with the Case Handler. I'm shaving my head. I'm growing mustaches. But the most important thing everybody out there needs to remember is that we are absolutely 100% open for business, absolutely 100% committed to making sure that our clients are not victims twice. When a client comes to the Case Handler team at Pollack, Isaac, DeSico, that is a heavy task that's burdened to us, because there's a lot of great lawyers out there, but not every lawyer is going to fight for you like family. And that's something that we certainly do. Squeeze said earlier that my recoveries over the years, over the 17 years I've been doing this, is well over $100 million. And that's not by accident, and that's not by mistake. It's by meticulous dedication to making sure that our clients receive, the money for their time out of work, their money for their medical bills, and of course, the money for their pain and suffering if, God forbid, they're ever in an accident. Because as we always say, you got one chance to get it right. There are no redos when it comes to personal injury. You can't call me, 3 years later saying, Mr. Handler, I had a case. I went with a lawyer that came up to me at the scene of the accident, or I went with a lawyer that came up to me in the emergency room and they sold my case out for $7,000. And now I've had a surgery and I'm still out of work. I don't know what to do. There is nothing I can do to help you. The only suggestion I can have for anybody out there is that if you can safely do so right now, and I believe we can, because usually people are in their car around this time driving to work. We're sitting, but we're sitting on our couches now. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, check out the Case Handler page, like the Case Handler page, and of course, save our number. The phone number to my office, the phone number to the Case Handler team at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico is 844-774 3529. I'm going to give it 2 more times because they
Excellent.
say
Good job,
it
man.
has to be done in threes. Otherwise, it doesn't sink in, right? 844-774-3529. Numbers to attorneys that are going to give you honest answers and give you an approach to an honest solution to your case. 844-774-3529. And what we're really trying to stress, and especially this week while we have Nelson on as our guest, is that we are a full service law firm, right? It's not just personal injury. I'm the partner of the personal injury practice, but my partner Fred and Susan handle real estate and transactional matters. My partner Brian Isaac handles appellate litigation. My partners Conrad and Nelson handle the immigration aspect of our firm. We've been around for 40 years, and that's not by accident. We've been around so long, well, longer than almost I've been alive, but we've been around because we take every case and treat it like it's our most important case. And not every law firm does it. So if you want to go with a law firm that not only can do their best to provide you the best possible outcome for your legal situation, but do it in a way that you feel respected and comfortable and involved and informed, then there's only one decision that you and your family should be making, and that's Pollack, Isaac, DeSico. The number to be connected to my practice, all right, to be connected to good lawyers in immigration, real estate, transactional, matrimonial, criminal defense is 844-774-3529.
Thanks a lot, Adam. Once again, ladies and
I'm doing your job. I don't know.
He's now officially a broadcaster. All right. But Adam,
I've been a broadcaster for 15 years, man. You taught me well.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. We have Adam Andler, the personal injury attorney. We've got Nelson, he's an immigration attorney. They're with the law firm Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Let's jump right into it. You know, I want to touch quickly on the immigration side and then repeat the number so that everyone out there have the number of a good attorney, all right? If you have any kind of immigration questions or issues, I need for you right now to dial this number. I always say let it ring 15, 20 seconds. You may not need the number right this second. There's a lot going on in the world with COVID, all right? However, every single one of you that's watching this show, that's listening to this radio show on 93.5 FM, you owe it to yourself to actually store one of the most powerful number you will ever need, in my opinion. Listen, it's not if and when someone is going to get hurt. It's going to happen, and you want to have the right representation. We know that's the case handler, Adam Handler. Ladies and gentlemen, we are an immigrant community that's tuning in right now. A lot of us have friends, families, even foes, okay, who are in an immigration situation. Nelson here has well over 13 solid years of practicing immigration law. So who are you going to call? So I tell you what, dial this number, let it ring 15, 20 seconds. The number happens to be 844-774-3529. People always say, Squeeze, you always repeat the number so many times. It's because people say I don't do it enough and I don't do it slow enough. So here's the number, 844-774-3529. The case handler, 844-774-3529. Nelson, I think it's about time we make you speak, man. Good morning again, and how are you, man?
Good morning. I'm well.
Tell us what's going on at the immigration department at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico.
So basically, the department is working remotely. We continue to work with our existing clients. We are working with new clients. We are doing everything we can to obviously move these cases forward in these unprecedented times. It's still unclear. As I mentioned previously, immigration courts are closed, I believe, till at least May 2nd. Immigration is also closed. It's an ever-changing situation, but at the moment, that's pretty much what's happening. Still, we are working on our cases. We are mailing our applications. We are interfacing with our clients, both via video as well as telephonically. And, obviously life goes on. We have to continue to move forward and make the best of a bad situation.
Okay. Now, a lot of people right now in the immigration capacity are worried about expiration dates on filings and so forth. Can you expound a bit on that? People who have filed and their expiration dates and their filing. A lot of people also, I know this may not be up your alley, or I think it may be. A lot of people who have actually traveled to the United States and is not able to travel back to their respective homes, a lot of them may need to extend their stay because they don't want to overstay. All right. And that is something that I know you can do. You can extend their stay by filing for them to extend that. What do you have to say about that when these expiration dates looming or maybe have passed?
Right. So basically, obviously, immigration is aware of the current situation, and in an effort, both immigration as well as the immigration court, because they are two different agencies. They are aware of the current situation. They are aware that it is obviously very difficult to get documents at this time. No one wants to leave their house. No one wants to actually go to the post office. A lot of offices are closed. Department of Education is closed. So what both agencies have done, well, I stand corrected. What immigration has done is they've extended the filing deadline. Okay. If you were supposed to file something by a certain date, they have given you an extension. Still, one of the things we are trying to do, I mean, we obviously have many years of working with immigration. We are still trying to comply with the original deadline. Okay. I don't trust many people. So I prefer, if possible, to file it timely so there's no issue in the future. Although they have given extensions and basically said, we are aware of the current situation. We will give you some additional time to file any evidence we have requested.
Let me just interrupt for 1 second because I know we're getting to the top of the hour. And everybody that can do so, switch over to Facebook. We're going to continue the conversation live on Facebook. So go to the Case Handler Facebook page or David Annakie Squeeze's Facebook page, like the page, and you'll be connected. But one last time, let me give that number out before we go off the live radio. I'm killing you, man. 844
774-3529. Everybody switch to the Case Handler page on Facebook or David Squeeze Annakie. But the number 844-774-3529. Dial that. Ask your immigration question. Talk to us. 844-774-3529.
It's 9 o'clock.
There you go. All right. So we're continuing here. So what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone that's watching this Facebook page, here's what we're going to do. I need for you to share what it is that you're watching on everyone's timeline. Share it on everyone's timeline. Share it on pages. Share it in groups. I don't care who you are. If you're Ruchi, if you're Zedmar, if you're Nelson, if you're Adam, I don't care who you are. Everyone right now, share the page with everyone and let's talk about personal injury and let's talk about immigration. If you have an immigration question, okay, ladies and gentlemen, you may post it right here on Facebook. Yesterday we did it where I told you to WhatsApp me at 212-380-7772. You can still do that. A lot of you have my number. Okay, I'll post it. And I'll post also, of course, the 844 number on the page. So once again, share with everyone. I'm checking you guys to see who you're sharing with. And if you love the show, click on the hearts and let us know that you like what it is that Adam, Nelson, and myself is doing right here on the Case Handler Show. So, Adam, you were about to say something before?
No, I just wanted to make sure that everybody had the phone number before we switched over. We do some incredible things here at the firm, not just personal injury, but also immigration. And I didn't mean to cut Nelson off because I really do think that a lot of people out there are very nervous and having anxiety over their immigration status, because there's really nothing that can be done in this present time to make sure that you're legitimizing your status here in the United States. And it affects personal injury too, because people are still getting into accidents, even though the calls seem to be a little slower now, and there are less people on the road, less people on construction sites, less people walking around, but the calls are still coming in. And I've heard the overwhelming majority of these individuals who do get into an accident are refusing to go to the emergency room. And that's with good reason. I mean, those emergency rooms right now are ground zero for COVID. And you stand a much greater chance of catching this thing if you're exposed to the hospital setting. So a lot of people are getting into accidents. EMS is treating them at the scene. And then they're going home and kind of licking their wounds or calling their primary care physician to see what that can be done. So it's really affecting legal situations across the board. People aren't closing on their houses. People aren't buying houses. Who's going to do an open house these days to sell their home? Who wants strangers in their house looking around? So it's really affecting everything. Criminal defense. I mean, you think it's a great thing that people are not out there committing crimes, but what about the people that have their cases still pending for crimes they may have not have committed, and they're still in the holding pattern waiting for justice to be served? So there's a multitude of ways that this virus has affected people's rights as citizens of this country. And I think everybody needs to understand, again, that we are a law firm that is open for business, actively working on cases, doing whatever we can do to make sure that justice is served. With respect to personal injury, justice is served when I hand that client that big fat settlement check at the end, because that is the civil way. The civil justice system provides for one remedy and one remedy only if you're ever hurt in an accident, and that's monetary compensation. So that's a way that I can continue serving the justice system. And we did it last week, over $1 million settled for case handler clients. And as Nelson said, we're still working on applications. We're still trying to process as much as we can for when this haze lifts, that we are ahead of the game, not at the back of the line. And that's why it's important that anybody out there that has an immigration issue, give us a call. Call the number, speak to the lawyers, speak to the paralegals, find out what your options are right now. If we can't help you, we're not taking your money. That's something that we stress all the time, and something that Nelson has talked about. We don't take retainers in immigration for cases that we don't think we can win. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to the system. So we'll give you an honest answer and give you an honest recommendation as to how we can help you and your family through an otherwise very, very scary time.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is the Case Handler Show. We're asking each and every one to actually share this with as many people as you can. I noticed Matt Goodstein just liked the video. Thank you so much, Matt, for jumping in and liking, just like Matt and everyone else out there. Matt happens to be an associate of Adam at the firm. And I'm already getting a WhatsApp. People, can you all do me a favor? Can you just post your questions on Facebook? All right. I mean, I know you, I'll just give up my number. And here's a quick one for you. It says, good morning. This is an immigration question for Nels. All right. Because we're doing personal injury and we are doing immigration right here on the Case Handler Show this morning. It says, good morning. I want to know what is the procedure to extend my 6 months on a B2 visa. My child was born over here with medical conditions and he has a lot of surgeries going on, and it's very hard for me to keep, and by the way, I'm reading this verbatim, for me to keep traveling back and forth and just to renew the 6 months. So is there any way to get this extended in this time?
Well, and this question ties into the previous question you had asked a while ago. There is a way to actually try to get an extension of status. Obviously, with immigration being closed at the moment, it is very difficult for anyone to do it on their own. Again, understand this. There are certain things I don't recommend. This is something I don't recommend you try to do by yourself at this time. You will hit multiple, it's not as easy for someone to get through or someone to actually navigate through the channels as it is for an attorney who actually knows who to contact. I would recommend you speak with an attorney and have an attorney actually handle that for you. You don't want to go out of status. You don't want to accrue unlawful presence. You don't want to have any issues in the future that would prevent you from being able to return to the United States. So, just to be clear, Squeeze, some of these answers are not black and white.
Right.
It's not so simple like me telling you, well, call this person. This person's not going to take your call.
Right.
This person, you're not an attorney. They're not going to take your call. Plus they're not going to explain to you in detail how to do everything. That's not their job, and again, I think this is a prime example of why you need an attorney at this time. This is not something I would recommend you do on your own.
Definitely.
It's not a sales pitch. It's a fact. Not right now.
You see, I like that coming out of you, man. Yesterday, I mean, Adam and you and I, we spoke and we I told you about the fact that Adam and I spoke in the past, and he's like, David, these guys are very honest attorneys, man. They're very straightforward. If they don't believe that they can truly, genuinely help you, they're not going to take your money. They don't want to deal with all of that crap, you know? So I really respect you just being very straightforward with the questions, you know, being very honest, being very forthright. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, listen, one of the things I believe in is experience and depth. All right. And I know Adam's got depth because I've worked with him for 15 years plus, solidly. Okay. I have never, ever used another personal injury attorney in my life. Like I said, my mom uses him. All right. My friends like Dale Getfield and others in the community uses him, and many others. All right. Now we're here talking about immigration. Depth. Nelson, right here at the firm, 13 years strong. And listen to how he comes across with his experience and his depth and being very straightforward. No BS. So ladies and gentlemen, dial the number, store the number. You may not need it now, all right? But the number is 844-774-3529. That is the number for the Case Handler Show, 844-774-3529. That is the number if you're tuning in and you need immigration help, you need personal injury help. That is the number, 844-774-3529. Adam, you wanted to say something, and I have another weird question here. Go ahead.
You keep asking me, what do I look like? I want to butt in. I don't want to say. I'm enjoying the ride here. I'm enjoying the ride here, man. I'm listening to Nelson give some amazing advice when it comes to immigration. I'm listening to Squeeze talk about how great our practice is. You know, I love hearing good things about myself and my team and the people I associate with. And it's not an accident that I landed at Pollack Isaac DeSico, you know, over 5 years ago and became a partner. You know, I was with another law firm. Most people out there know me from my prior employment. And then it came time to spread my wings and fly and do this on my own. And it was very important for me as a personal injury attorney servicing the Caribbean community. And I always say, you know, it's the community that's embraced me and it's the community that I've embraced, but it was important for me to associate myself with a law firm that did handle immigration, because a lot of my clients either had immigration issues or had family members that had immigration issues. And for me to refer these cases out to a law firm that I didn't really know or trust would not have made much sense, because a referral is also a reflection on me, just like your endorsement of my firm is a reflection on you. So I wanted to make sure that I teamed up with an immigration law firm, with a law firm that handled immigration, that handled real estate, that handled matrimonial, the criminal defense, employment discrimination, because if anybody ever came to me with a legal issue, I knew that it was going to be under one roof. I knew that I would be able to be in control to the extent possible with the attorneys working on these files, making sure that my clients and the people that came to me for help with their legal issues would be treated the same way if I was handling the case myself. And again, we give out the number over and over again, 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. But the exciting news is that if you're watching this right now and you're listening to this telephone number being given to you, you're already connected to a great lawyer and a great team, because you're on our Facebook page, right? Or you're following Squeeze's Facebook page. Social media is an unbelievable platform to be connected to people that you need to be connected to. I have, doctors that are doing examinations and consultations over Zoom and over FaceTime and over different platforms. To be connected to us and be able to ask your questions on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, is a great tool for you. And it's certainly our pleasure, because it's a way for us to connect out to the community, to make sure that they know that we're open for business and out there if there's anything that you guys need to ask us.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, you're in tune to the Case Handler Show. My name is David Squeeze Annakie, your host. I have two attorneys on with me. I have always said it, and Adam jokes about it. I've always surrounded myself with attorneys, all right? Respectively, I've got Adam Handler, your personal injury attorney. I've got the immigration attorney, Nelson. And of course, we want to remind you that this has been an advertising brought to you by the law firm of Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. However, I've always said it, ladies and gentlemen, You've got to choose your weapons carefully. For lack of a better term, you've got to choose your weapons carefully when you go to war. And I do believe when you need an attorney, hey, you are going to war because you need someone to represent you legally and professionally when that war rises and comes at you. I already know that Adam Handler, I've always said it throughout the years, he goes for the juggler when he goes to fight with you when it comes to the insurance companies. He makes sure that you are getting the maximum compensation possible, all right? And I know also the fact that he's with the firm and a partner in the firm. When it comes to immigration, he has dealt and worked with immigrants, okay, over the past 15 years. He wants the best for the immigrant community. Hence the reason why we have got Nelson right here. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you dial this number, store the number. The best way to do it is to dial the number right now, let it ring 15, 20 seconds. You may be using your mobile device, so you can't dial now, but still, note the number, 844-774-3529. If someone can type that in on Facebook for me, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Nelson, I've got another question for you. Sorry, we're doing all the talking, man, and not giving you enough time, but, you know.
Don't worry about it. Squeeze, if I could just add something. Listen, I understand a lot of people want to go out and try to do immigration by themselves on their own. It's not something I would recommend. You know, all you're doing, if you're trying to save money, it's actually going to cost you more money, because once you create this big mess, you're going to need somebody to come in and clean it up.
Yep.
And sometimes cleaning it up is not that easy. You know, a lot of people don't understand immigration has a file for you. There is a file. Okay, the more applications you file, the more evidence you submit, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do. That an attorney's not going to be able to come in and make it right, wave a magic wand and pretend nothing ever happened. So again, as I said, I think it's important to just go through. There's a reason why there are immigration attorneys. Okay, this is what we do for a living. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. You know, again, I had someone who called yesterday and asked, you know, about filing for adjustment of status. Things have gotten complicated. Things are no longer the way they used to be. And this is, you know, there's new rules that come into effect. You know, I joke with someone, you know, I get daily emails on different cases, on different decisions, on how the law has changed. Unless you're an immigration practitioner, you are not going to know this. You know, you're not going to understand the seriousness of what you're doing. So again, I would strongly recommend, and you don't have to hire a lawyer, but sit down with a lawyer, speak to a lawyer, and get a better understanding of the process. Things are not as simple as it sounds.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, over the past, since 1996, I've associated myself in actually working with attorneys in the capacity of immigration. And what Nelson just said is actually true. I have heard and seen numerous cases of people that I know who did not listen and adhere to what it is that Nelson is saying. Now more than ever, I would not suggest that you do your immigration case by yourself, as Nelson noted. I am saying to you, store the number, call Nelson, at least go in, speak with them, okay? And then you can choose to retain them. But make sure you go in and see them. Call and ask the question. Ladies and gentlemen, do remember, you're here in the United States. Your immigration status should be at the top of your list, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to your priorities. So make sure that you have the number of Nelson, okay? 844-774-3529. Make sure you have the number of the case handler, 844-774-3529. And make sure you thank the case handler for making all of this happen, okay? 844-774-3529. When you get hurt in an accident, slip and fall, construction accident, who are you gonna call? I've always said it, the case handler. As a matter of fact, whenever you need any kind of legal help, I suggest that you call Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. I suggest that you call the case handler, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure the case handler will point you in the right direction. So store the number, 844-774-3529. Let me get to this this WhatsApp quickly here. Yes, everybody knows my number, the 212 number. Nelson, this one is for you. Sorry, Adam, I don't have any.
Nah, that's okay.
All right, all right. All right, this one says, my father is a U.S. citizen, filed for me back in 2011. I'm married, would like to know the status of the paperwork. I have no priority date or anything. How do I go about finding what I need? Very general one. I think they may have to look this up, but go ahead.
No, it's actually very simple. If your father filed for you, obviously your father must have filed a petition for you, right? On the petition, it's called an I-130 petition. On the date that petition was filed is the priority date, right? So you need to go basically to the visa bulletin for the month and the year that you're in, and based on that priority date, typically, I believe that would be an F4, if I'm not mistaken. Typically, those petitions take about 10 years to become current. Okay, so, you know, that's pretty much, it's your job to pretty much follow your case. And this goes back to what I said before. When you do this on your own, this is now your job. So you need to keep checking the visa bulletin every month, every other month. And that typically tells you how cases are moving along through immigration.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Nelson, our immigration attorney, he's going to be with us this week right here. We got a little bit of a late start this morning. Normally we do like a 10-15 minute show. We decided to do like a half-hour show this morning. And this dude called Murphy decided to take a visit. Okay. This dude Murphy
and lay down his law.
And lay down his law. And I'm like, yo, I'm not laying down. I'm coming at you. And here we are. We got it up just about 15 minutes before the hour. But tomorrow we're going to get an earlier start, ladies and gentlemen, and get things going. If you're watching right now, do remember you can tune into 93.5 WVIP FM. I am very elated about this, and I'm going to say it. I don't care who it pisses off. I honestly, in my opinion, the fact that I have actually worked with immigration attorneys for well over 2 decades, I honestly believe that, you know, and once again, I'm disclaiming that this is me. I do not believe that there is solid and enough immigration advice and help being put forth on the station. All right. And I'm very happy today when Adam suggested and said, you know what, we really need to get a solid immigration attorney on the radio station to help a lot of people. And I said the same thing to him. You know, many people need real help. Many people need, and this is the part that I really love, many people need very honest attorneys. That's going to be very straightforward. That's not going to come along and take your money and not help you, or take your money knowing that they truly can't help you, or take your money and then refunds have to happen and all of that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, for well over 2 decades, this is what we do. We help people, and we want to be very straightforward with you. Nelson was very, very straightforward with you earlier. So once again, tune in tomorrow at approximately 8:30. Let's talk immigration. Let's talk personal injury. Bring your immigration questions. If you got questions on personal injury, fine. We know that you're not going to roll up and get up and go out there and get hurt, you know, but bring it, okay? If you know of someone actually who needs a good attorney in the capacity of immigration or personal injury, tell them to check out the case handler. That's it. Check out the case handler, and we are all here in helping you. So once again, store the number 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. If you want to actually know when we're on, you need to like our pages on Facebook. David Squeeze Annakie, that's my page. But the more important page happens to be the attorney's page, the case handler page. Just like his page, ladies and gentlemen. And when we go live, you will get a notification that says, hey, the case handler show is on. And then you'll be able to click and watch us. And we're going to be doing some lives, some impromptu lives here and there. So you do want to actually follow and like the page. The case handler page, okay? We want to double his numbers before we get out of this COVID situation. And I know we can do it. Nelson, you want to squeeze in a word here, seeing that we've made you not have much talk?
You know, as I said, I mean, I think especially now, in these, not only in these unprecedented times, I think with this administration, as I said before, you always want to err on the side of caution. You know, I understand there's a difference between being proactive and reactive. Proactive is actually going out, speaking with an attorney and discussing your options. Reactive, you know, listen, I'm not a plumber. I'm not going to try to install a washing machine in my house when I have what I don't know what I'm doing, right? I could create a leak. I could create, you know, it could create to a mold problem. It could lead to a bunch of other problems. So rather than me trying to install a washing machine, why don't I just pay a plumber or hire a plumber to do it, right? Same concept. You know, immigration is something very specialized. It's something that has become very complicated. It's something that continues to become complicated. You know, reach out, speak to a lawyer, discuss your options. Also, just very quickly, Squeeze, when you meet with a lawyer should be able to, an experienced lawyer that is, should be able to assess your problem from the very beginning and be able to give you a price. Okay, if I quote you $2,000, I'm not going to expect you to pay me $10,000.
Right.
Right? I mean, obviously, I've seen this problem before. I've handled this situation before. So the price I give you is the price that I believe, you know, will cost for the entire case.
Right.
So I think that's just very important.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Nelson, the attorney. We've got Adam, the attorney, also, respectively, immigration and personal injury. And we are here just about each and every single weekday. On Saturdays, also, you can tune in around 7 p.m. On Sundays, around noontime, of course, for the Case Handler Show. With that said, we're going to conclude the show. And of course, we must remind you that this has been an attorney advertisement brought to you by the law firm of Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And also, of course, prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. But as I always say, go with depth, go with experience, go with the case handler. Adam? I don't know. You guys keep me to the
See you tomorrow, guys. Tune in. Thanks for your loyalty. Thanks for your support. Thanks for sharing the page, liking the page, keeping connected to our firm. We do some really special things here at Pollack, Isaac, DeSico. And God forbid you ever need us. But if you do, we're here for you. We're here for your family. Take care. God bless.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bring all your friends. You know, invite them on Facebook and check it out. Take care.
Thank you.